If I had to describe Jess in a couple words, it would be vibrant, friendly. She's very passionate about what she does.
I would say that she is responsible, she's fair, and the fact that she's dedicated, extremely dedicated.
Very relational. She works well with others, and she's very motivational.
She's very respectful, she's very professional, very caring, and also has this really good fun attitude.
She loves to tell jokes, and it doesn't matter if she's good at it or not.
I think she's very relatable, gives us a lot of opportunity for growth, and just cares a lot about individuals in general.
I would say inspiring and just a very genuine person. You never feel like anything is forced with her. She's very, she's just very charismatic. She cares about you, and you can tell that she's just very genuine in her actions.
She's one of those types of people that gives you the paths in life and lets you know when you're getting too close to those guardrails at the side.
She enables the people around her to be leaders themselves.
She really wants them to find out who they are and set goals for themselves to better themselves, but still keep that person that they are before.
She is not only an awesome role model, she has also been a great motivation for me to become a better leader.
She's just a really diplomatic, fair person who genuinely cares about each person that she comes in contact with.
So she knows that we are trying to be better student leaders, and she can see the potential in a lot of us.
She is the pillar of what she expects of students.
She has the hardest work ethic of anyone I know.
Creating a space where she's approachable.
She kind of sort of empowers her students, and I think that's really great.
She's there for us in every step of the way that we are in this position and beyond.
I respect her, and I don't want to disappoint her, definitely.
She's really kind of helped me understand who I am as a person and where I'm going in life.
She's one of those really well-balanced leaders that isn't too strong, doesn't come off too strong, but it's not intimidating. And at the same time, she still keeps control of a room, and you have no problem listening to her.
She is the textbook dictionary definition of lead by example. She would never ask any of us to do anything that she didn't think worked, or that she didn't believe in fully, or that she wouldn't do herself.
Feels like when working with Jessica that she feels that everyone on their team is equally as capable as she is.
And instead of just being a leader of the team, she is part of the team. She wants to get to know all of us.
And what your style may be like, she helps you understand that that is okay. For me personally, to give an example, I'm more of a quiet person, and she's helped me kind of break out of that shell, but realize that's why I bring something different to the team and how important that is.
It's really hard to make sure that everyone's included, which is a big part of how she leads, and I think how she just is as a person.
Even though she has a supervisor mode, she feels just like part of the team. Even though she might be facilitating discussion, she listens to everybody's opinion.
She's a team player. She doesn't do anything just for her benefit. She does it for the team benefit.
Everyone has different needs and everyone has different wants and abilities, and trying to make sure that everyone feels valued and included is something that Jess is really, really good at.
She's one of the best supervisors I've ever had, strictly because I feel valued and I feel important and I feel needed, a part of the team, instead of it being like, well, we have 30 other people working here, we'll be fine with that.
She does a really great job of taking each individual the way that they are and developing that single person versus trying to spit out kind of, I guess, the quote-unquote perfect student leader, I guess, or the cookie-cutter student leader. She does a really great job of enhancing an individual's strengths and their weaknesses, too.
She always stays composed. Even in a crisis situation, she'll keep that composure. She'll go to the resources that she needs to go to.
She is so timely in everything. If she says she's going to email you, she will email you. If she says she's going to meet you at 2, she's there at 1:50. I mean, she never keeps people waiting.
And she's probably one of the most organized people I've ever met in my life.
But she's also very go with the flow, and which is ironic because she is very organized. But if the situation arose, she is able to adapt and be flexible with what our group needed at that time.
Even though she's so punctual and so organized, she still doesn't let that control her. If something's taking longer, she's not going to stop it just to move on to the next thing.
She always has everything together, and she's always on top of everything. Everything's planned, but she still has time for fun.
We started this orientation leader sports where it's not just sports. There's board games, volleyball, where all the orientation leaders would get together in summer and just hang out and just get to know each other in a fun little competition way.
Hanging out, movie nights, game nights, potlucks.
And it was honestly, OL Sports was one of those things that brought me closer to people I never thought I'd be close to within the team.
Volleyball, soccer, we did bowling, all fun, but she made sure that we had a relationship outside of just work.
She still keeps that strong level of professionalism, but at the same time, I could go to her with anything.
I think Jess' biggest strengths with working with students are being transparent.
Jess works with students so well because she relates to them, and she genuinely relates to them. It's like I've said before, it's not fake and it's not forced. When she would speak with me, I knew that she really was connecting with me, and I could feel that connection, and it didn't feel like I was wasting her time, and it didn't feel like, she's heard this 1,000 times and, she tells everybody this. It really did. She made me feel special and made me feel like she really cared about me and she wanted me to do well.
She'll approach you in a way that you are most familiar with. So when you talk to her, you feel that you can talk to her about anything and you can get a lot accomplished and resolved.
Take time to get to know your life. She's going to ask you questions, ask how your day is going. She's not just interested in, this is what we have to do today, this is what we got to get done. We accomplish everything, but in a fun way and in a way that we're building relationships, which is extremely important in a leader.
She always was available to me. I could text her, call her, email her, meet with her in person. Whatever I needed, she definitely went above and beyond what I expected.
She cares a lot about you, so she'll text you if she realizes something's going on that's maybe bothering you. She'll call you, email you. Some type of communication is always open between us.
We had a recent tragedy at Bowling Green where we lost 3 of our students. Instantly, she sent out an email saying not only the resources that are available at Bowling Green, but offered herself as if anybody needs to talk to anybody, if anybody doesn't feel safe, or if anybody ever feels like they are not enough, you could come to talk to her because she would be there and she would comfort you in a second.
She doesn't end her support or anything just because her time as your supervisor is officially over.
As a supervisor, I think Jess really works hard to challenge each and every student. Knowing their strengths, weaknesses, skills, and abilities really helps her make sure that no one gets left behind.
And it's gotten to the point where she knows what she needs to do to help me become a better leader, and she definitely does that. She's not afraid to call me out on things that I need to do better. And I definitely respect her for that. I need that. She knows I need that.
There was a couple times during orientation where I had problems with my alarm and I was late, and I was so scared and I didn't know if I would get yelled at or anything, and she would just take me aside and she said, things happen. Don't worry about it, but here's what we can do to plan for next time.
A reflection piece about everything that we do. It's very beneficial because we reflect about how a certain event went or how we are doing as a team leader, as an orientation leader, and seeing how we can better the organization that we're with and ourselves as student leaders here on campus.
The feedback that she provides is really really helpful. I know the very first session that I did, I learned how to be more inclusive in my language, which I thought I was already pretty good at, but she definitely opened my eyes up to some things.
She always made sure that our needs were being met, and also new students' needs were being met, but gave us a lot of leeway to make it our own.
When all the students are coming in during orientation, you can tell she wants to just go and be with them all the time, and but she knows that that's our role and that she has kind of created us to be able to do this and really helped us figure out who we are and how we can help these new students fit in here too.
So you can just tell that whatever she's doing, she makes time for people especially the students.
She really worked hard to help me, and I think a lot of the other OTLs make sure that we were aware of, to be aware of the emotions and needs of other students, and that we were meeting the needs of one another and then able to meet the needs of the students that we serve at New Student Orientation.
She knows what we need on a team. She's very perceptive of judging the different personalities and seeing how she can make them fit together in an appropriate and, good way.
I think one of the biggest strengths that Jessica has is the ability to pull a team together. And instead of making the team feel like they're all accomplishing little tasks on their own, it's a bigger one, it's a unit together accomplishing one bigger mindset or strategic plan.
This is kind of a funny moment, but one time during the first day of orientation, we, as the orientation leaders, wanted to go decorate our car and put streamers on it and just be funny for the day before orientation. We wanted Jess to see it before she would come out to her car. So we got all that done, and we go knock on her door, and no one answers. So we're like, oh man, we want to see her reaction. We're trying to figure it out. So we had one of our orientation leaders who is a little shyer, and we had her call Jess and say that her car broke down in Walmart. And Jess instantly, without even hesitation, said, "Oh my gosh, yes, I'll go help you right now. I'll get out of my car, I'm in my house. I just got out of the shower. I will come pick you up as soon as I can." So without a hesitation, she came and picked her up. We surprised her. We showed her the car was decorated, and Jess really loved it. But the whole point of that story is that Jess would honestly put all of us before she would put herself. She might be in the middle of dinner with her family member or something, and she would come help us if we really needed it. And if it was something really important, Jess would be there for us no matter what. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about Jess.
I saw how much passion she has for this field and everything that she wants to do in life. And, I saw somebody that was like, that was like me. She's a huge role model to me. And seeing that she had so much passion for this field, I felt that I could do the same. Because she has such an impact on every student that she comes into contact with. She just really makes them see who they are as a person and what they bring to every opportunity that they pass by, and how they better everyone they see and everything that they come into contact with.
It's hard to call her a supervisor or a boss. And in fact, she always gets a little turned off when someone calls her a boss, because that's not what she really feels like to us.
When a lot of us are struggling with different things in life, we go to Jess because we know that she's someone that can give us great advice when it's, even out of that student leader orientation role that we're in, that just with life in general, we know that we can all come to her for anything, and she will help us with the situation and better us as people. So it's great to have Jess as kind of a couple different things, as someone to look up to, a huge role model. And I know all of our lives, so I can say that when I say that when I speak for everyone, that we all agree that she's a huge role model, a great friend, a great motivator, and a great supervisor who helps us learn how to lead, but is there for us for everything we need.
And she has a sense of purpose. She doesn't take things for granted. I mean, everything that she does is, on a path to the greater good. She has a reason for doing things, and she does them well and efficiently.
It's going to be hard when she leaves, because I know for me, I have another year here, and I definitely enjoy coming into her office and talking about problems. And I know that I can talk to her about anything. She won't say anything. She'll be there for me. And not only does she listen, but she always can give advice for what can help me improve or do better, or to better a situation. And that's definitely awesome, because I know if I ever need to talk about anything, I can come talk to her, and she will be there for me.
Her ability to lead is impeccable, and I expect great things from her. I can't believe she's graduating. I'm really going to miss her, but I think just had a really big impact on my life, and I feel good about our time together. And
I guess the final thing that I want to say about Jess is that I hope when I'm in my master's program in student affairs, wherever I may be, that I can have as big as an impact on students and change their lives like she's been able to change mine so much. I'm about to get teary-eyed talking about this, so I can't really keep going, but I appreciate everything she's done and helps me grow, realize who I am, and realize my fit and my passion in life too.